Hi guys, I wanted to share some kind of essential looming tools that new loomers need when they start getting into this craft. I may even share some stuff that maybe already previous loomers may not know about. So, what's my number one thing? Obviously is looms. You need to invest in looms, but you need to be careful. It's very easy at the beginning of looming to go out and buy like every loom you see anybody use on YouTube or in a Facebook group, whatever. Don't do that. Back away and actually research the looms to make sure you're purchasing one that is best for you to use for the projects you're most likely to make. Number 2, invest in a good row counter. This row counter I use all the time that I like was actually found in the sports section of Amazon, not in the craft section at all. So make sure you look around for ones that will work the best for you. There's a lot of different varieties. There's even some apps you can have on your phone I've been told about. I just kind of steer away from them. And like I said, I got one that I like, clicks, it's big enough. So again, look around and find a row counter that's going to be the best for you to use when you're doing your projects. Number 3 is another obvious essential, is the looming tool. The tool that you actually use to pick that yarn and take it over that peg. And they come in so many different shapes and sizes. I've got a few here, just that I've gotten with looming kits over the years, until I found the one that I really liked, which is this one you guys see in all my videos. And this one was found in the automotive section of Amazon. And I liked it better because of the handle versus some of the earlier ones that I had. This one I actually put pencil grips around it to try to give it some cushion, and I still didn't care for it. So that's another thing with new loomers. Really don't settle for the loom pick that comes in a kit or a loom that you buy. It may be perfectly fine and you may like it, which is great, but realize there's other looming tools out there that might work better for you. Another thing that's important to have, number 4, is patience. I can't stress this enough. I know how easy it is to get frustrated when you can't get a stitch to work right, when you can't get something to cast off right, and you just get frustrated. And I'm saying you need to have patience. If you're starting out in loom knitting, or even if you've been looming for a while, you still need to have the patience to know it's going to take time to learn something new and then be able to continue on with that project and learning all the parts of it. So it's always best when you're watching YouTube videos, whether it's my channel or another channel, watch the whole thing first. Have patience. Watch the whole thing first to make sure it's a project that you're going to want to do or that you can do. Don't just pick up your loom and loom along with me, because you may end up finding yourself struggling at parts that you don't really know that well. So again, have patience for this whole experience. Number 5, which is another important thing, is a positive attitude. I have had people have very negative attitudes, especially lately on some of my YouTube videos, so it made me realize that letting you know to have a positive attitude is really helpful, which means be willing to ask questions, be upbeat about it, and know that it can be very, very fun as you learn to make new and maybe unique projects. So again, be positive. Of course, I couldn't not mention as a little bonus item, yarn, obviously, and this kind of falls in the same category as with looms and row counters and all that, is the idea that you really need to see what kind of yarn you want to use. Are you somebody that's going to want to use 100% cotton all the time? Are you okay with acrylic? Do you want to mix? Can you use wool? Do you want thick yarn, thin yarn? There's so much yarn out there. The best thing to do is to go to a yarn store if there's one in your area and just kind of feel all the yarn, get a good sense of if it's going to work for you. And it's very hard because lots of times, like where I live, I tend to have to go online, so there's not as much touchy selection, I should say. But again, there's a lot out there for yarn. It can get overwhelming. So again, take a step back, weigh your options. Look at the reviews for yarn too. You may find that people are like, no, that yarn does not work well. Steer clear of it. So really, again, do your research when it comes to yarn. Another bonus, which I've kind of already mentioned in this video, is look outside the craft section of your store. As I said, my row counter and my looming pick came from different sections of Amazon that you wouldn't think to look for a crafting tool. Again, this was in the automotive, this was in the sports. So you wouldn't think to look there. So don't hesitate to look around stores and look in different areas and say, can I turn that into a new, cool looming essential tool? And those are my tips, guys. I hope they help you, even if you've been looming for years. It's good to kind of reiterate some points and make sure that you like and comment down below. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button so that you can be aware of when I make new videos. Have a great day, everyone.